What's up everybody, Billy from Typical Reviews here, where we review and unbox the coolest things on the planet, and today we're going to be talking about some rumors, and that's about the PS4.5. Now with anything rumor related, you always have to take these things with a grain of salt because we don't know where this information is coming from or if it's even legitimate. So of course, until something's officially announced by Sony themselves, just you could take this for what it is, and it's kind of almost kind of a wish list thing if you could think about it that way, but otherwise it's just rumors until Sony says something official. So what is all this talk about the Sony PlayStation 4.5? Is Sony not making a PlayStation 5? Well, eventually they might, but some of the rumors bubbling around right now is that Sony is going to be kind of making a kind of side grade upgrade, that it's going to be improving some of the components like the CPU, GPU, and the RAM, and probably the biggest thing that it's going to be doing is the ability to play and display in 4K. And just a quick note, all of the information that I'm grabbing this from, all of the sources that I'm grabbing it from, I'm going to be leaving it in the description below, so if you guys want to read more about it in detail, be sure to check it out. So the PlayStation 4.5, or also known as the codename Neo, so not really Neo from the Matrix, but I don't know, they just call it Neo because I guess it's the one. Anyway, so there is a bump in a CPU. It's going to be clocked a little bit higher. It's going to be at 2.1 gigahertz instead of the original 1.6. It's going to be having an improved GPU, and they're going to be bumping up the clock speed on the RAM as well. And as I mentioned earlier, probably the biggest thing of them all, it'll probably be one of the first consoles to actually support 4K resolutions. Now, what a lot of these documents state is that Sony with the PlayStation 4.5 doesn't really want to segregate their community to have one that's just the PlayStation 4 community and the PlayStation 4.5 community. They want it to be just kind of like a side grade, as I mentioned earlier. So with this one, it's going to be playing all of the old PlayStation 4 games, and it's going to be playing even the current PlayStation 4 games that come out at the time. But if the developer of that game supports 4K output or even higher frame rates, they'll be able to do so with the improved hardware. Some of the documents also go on to say that it's going to be using the same PlayStation network, so even someone who's playing on a PlayStation 4 will be playing with someone that's on the PlayStation 4.5. This document also states that there's not going to be any PlayStation 4.5 games only, that it's going to be working on both of them, but like I said earlier, some of the difference being that there could be a higher frame rate or that it supports 4K output. And probably one of the most interesting things to note is that it would be priced in at $399.99, so that's not too bad for a console, but kind of a side grade one. So I want to be asking you guys this: if you have a PlayStation 4 right now, and let's say the PlayStation 4.5 is real and it comes to fruition and it comes out, would you be picking it up? Let me know in the comment section below. Now, as I mentioned earlier, all of this is complete and utter rumor, so there is nothing confirmed as of yet, but with E3 coming up in June, you never know what's going to happen, and Sony might just give us a surprise announcement of it, so let's just stay tuned until then to find out if it's true or not. So until E3 or any kind of press release, take all of this with a grain of salt, but I just thought it was kind of like interesting little news and tidbits to talk about the console world and their move into the 4K realm. So if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press that thumbs up button, and if you'd like to see more videos just like this, be sure to hit that subscribe button as well. And as always, thank you very much for watching. I hope you have an awesome day, and peace out.